We are making big, huge New York strip steaks with horseradish mashed potatoes and sauteed asparagus. So we are going to make a little sort of dry rub for our steaks. All right, 2 tablespoons of salt, and then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of onion powder and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And then a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're gonna massage it in there. All right, but we want it on all the sides of the steak. Okay, so we're gonna let these hang out for a couple of minutes. So, we are going to blanch this asparagus till it's done, salty like the ocean, and then we're going to shock it. We're just about back to a boil here. This doesn't take very long, all right? So what the shocking does is it stops the cooking process, and it also sets the beautiful green color. And it's going to be ready for us to just saute in a little olive oil later on. So our steaks, we're gonna sear in a cast iron frying pan, and we're going to finish them in the oven. Olive oil. We're going to heat up our pan till it is hot. I would touch my protein to my pan. Do I hear a sizzle? No. So what does that tell me? Not hot. We cook with all of our senses. See, we see a little smoke coming off of here. All right. The reason I brown them here first and then put them in the oven, they would be really like too done, burnt on the outside by the time they even got to a perfect temperature on the inside. Okay, so,
nice.
Right?
Gorgeous.
So I'm gonna put these guys over here for a second. I'm gonna carefully ditch the fat. All right, right back in there. Now, what I'd like you guys to do, a whole bulb of garlic. Cut it in half like this. So that garlic is gonna roast in there. We're gonna cook these guys in the oven till they are about 120 degrees. So let's just give it a little bit more olive oil love in there. It's like kind of like suntan lotion. And then we're gonna put this guy right in the oven, okay? We're gonna check that guy in about, let's say, 12 minutes. So I'm gonna take Yukon Gold potatoes. The skins are so thin, I'm not even gonna peel them. All right? And then flat side down, make it easy on yourself. We'll cut each potato in half, cut each half in half till about like this size. All right, potatoes in the water. We are going to BTB RTS. So we are going to be making Maitre D hotel butter. We have this thing, it's called a microplane. It's a very fine grater, all right? I'm barely putting any pressure on this. And when we're talking about citrus zest, it is only the colored part. So go all the way around, all right? I'm going to cut this guy right in half. And I'm gonna squeeze all the juice in there, easy peasy. Now, let's give some parsley. So I'm taking all these parsley leaves, getting them into a really tiny place. Wow, was that 12 minutes already? Okay, I'm gonna go check my steak in a second. But look it, I'm cutting together really, really, really closely. And then use your other hand, and then we're gonna just pivot. Get it back together in a very, like, small area. And then let's give 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. All right? Like, mix it all around. All right, let's go check our steak. So you wanna stick it in the thickest part of the steak. So we're like, look, we're at 110. So we wanna go to like 120. This guy, I'm gonna put in for like 2-3 more minutes. For our asparagus, we have a shallot. We cut the stem end off, cut it in half right through the middle, right? All the way to the back, but not through the back. All right, then one time like that, and then we're gonna go downtown. And I'm gonna just go grab my steak out of the oven. And we're gonna let this guy rest. All right, so shallots in your pan, olive oil, and a pinch of salt. And just for fun, a teensy pinch of crushed red pepper. All right, our asparagus. Remember, this is already cooked. We're basically just giving it like a hot oil bath. All right, and once they're hot and coated, turn it off, they're done. So When we think about mashed potatoes, though, we think about hot cream and cold butter. We cook potatoes until they are fork tender, in and out easily. Drain them out and right back in this pan. My asparagus, I'm turning off. Ready? All right. You must beat or whip or mash potatoes when they are hot. Otherwise, you will get them to be starchy, bouncy balls. We're gonna do this in stages, about 1/3 of our heavy cream. We'll take about 1/3 of a stick of butter, and let's take about 1/2 jar of horseradish. Okay, I'm gonna taste them. Salt, and more cream and more butter. It's like when I make mashed potatoes, I do like butter and cream held together by a little bit of potato. Yeah. All right, one final taste. You take my steak. It is much nicer if you cut this on what we call the bias, or the diagonal. Now, okay, we take this, slather that on there, and we're gonna put this in the oven for like 30 seconds, just to get that butter really melting. We're just gonna get ready to plate. Let it run off the tip of the spoon. I'm gonna go grab my steak. And then we have our asparagus right here. We'll snuggle those in. And you can take this deliciousness. Forgot the garlic. You can nuzzle that. Okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah, go ahead and try it.
Horseradish.
All right, what do you guys think?
Delicious.
Yeah. See, like, look how nice and pink it is in there. Yeah, it's nice and juicy.